Spaceman's log number 00001011. That's right, we're in binary now. Last time we came to this system. Uh-oh. Okay, we're out of here, suckers. Going down to the planet. I don't got time to mess around with some silly pirates. Yeah, planetary interference, that's right. Last time we came to this system and we got to another Atlas interface, which is in this system. And they sent us, guess what? They sent us a waypoint to the next Atlas interface. But I have no Atlas Pass version 2 or 3, still stuck with number 1. And the planet here looked really cool, so I thought we would look around. And we're not gonna, what's going on? Am I getting shot? What was that flashing around the screen? Maybe that was just the re-entry heat. Okay, we're not getting attacked. I think we're fine. We're gonna keep this ship for a little while because it's got warp reactor sigma and warp reactor tau. Okay, I guess that's a tongue twister because I couldn't say it. We're gonna use it to hop around. So, whoa, fish, skyfish. Don't hit the skyfish. We are going to be refueling, so I need to make some of this stuff. Warp cells to fuel our hyperdrive. Since we're sticking with this ship anyway, may as well refuel. Cold weather, average sentinels, rich flora, occasional fauna. Okay, so I do have cold weather protection. I landed here to store up on gold. How much do I have with me? I have 500, so I probably am not going to install it on this ship. But the last warp reactor, the Theta one, that takes 1,000 gold and 1,000 emerald. So I've been trying to stockpile the stuff that requires some of these more expensive upgrades and technologies. And there is a moon in this system. I watched back the video when I was editing it of last episode, and we did indeed land on a moon. It is just not listed as one. Okay, our planet has pimples. Planet-sized pimples. It's not listed as a moon. I don't think there's any functional difference between moons and planets in the game. At least none that I can recognize or detect. But we'll probably go give it a look as well. We might look around for some buildings, but mainly I'm here for the minerals. Alright, so I found most of what I need. The only thing left to really find is Heridium. Haven't been able to find it here, so let's go see if this pillar thing is Heridium. If not, we will go try out one of the moons. There's some copper. Oh, I definitely want that. This up here is probably not going to be Heridium just because I haven't found it yet. So it's unlikely. I'm going to find it is fairly cold. Let's check our atmospheric protection. It's falling. Yeah, I don't want to use up my zinc for that, because I need the zinc to make antimatter, which is used to make the warp cells. Or I use zinc at some point. I don't remember exactly what step. One of the steps takes zinc. Okay, you're gonna be Heridium. Be Heridium. Heridium! It's Heridium! Hooray! Okay, gonna mine up the Heridium and the copper. We'll go take a look at one of the moons, and then we are gonna go on a jumping fiesta, a bonanza of jumps. Hyperspatial jump bonanza fiesta bonanza. Well, I got attacked again on the way over here to the moon. This is definitely a moon, by the way. So if it displays as a planet after we land, that's either an error, or it just confirms that there's no real distinction. Maybe it's smaller? It might be smaller. Maybe that's the distinction. Ooh, cool views, though. Got into a fight, used up all my zinc and iron repairing my shields. Very close call. So let's look for somewhere we can settle, and I need to gather some materials to repair. And then we will make the warp cells. And we'll get the heck out of here and explore. I guess we'll go straight to like a green. That is, I don't think that's a building. But I really want to get rid of the sound of this klaxon. What is this? That is some kind of ruin. I'm looking for a building. Hopefully finding a trade terminal would be a real stroke of luck, so I'm not expecting that. Just any kind of building I can get into. All right, whatever. We're just gonna land. That looks like Iridium, so here looks good. Let's see what this planet has to offer. It's got some trees. Okay, icebound moon. Weather icy, low security, bountiful flora, uncommon fauna. You discovered this. Moon Garashiomisosa. And none of these are showing up on my list. I'm kind of wondering if someone's been here before or it's a glitch, because I wasn't able to change the name of that previous planet. What do we need? We need some iron and we need some zinc, right? All right, let's get to work. Actually, I'll do this in a minute. Let's do just a little bit of let's do a little bit of look around. Here's some platinum right here, or iridium, or chrysanite. Platinum. A ship. Did a ship just take off from right there, where my ship was? Okay, let's go see what this is, this metal. Come on, what's going on with my melee dash? Let's get a move on. Iridium. Pow! Okay, there goes my ship. Iridium is useful. Plutonium's useful, although I have a good amount of plutonium. Here is a little save point. Let's see if it shows up on the list after I save it. I think it's either a bug or someone's been here before. Not sure which. Okay, we're in Ajbagano Valley. Restore point saved. Still not showing up in the list. Not sure why. I was gonna rename some of the planet stuff, but I guess I cannot. Oh, trading terminal. Oh, look at that. I did land right next to one. I'm luckier than I thought. Okay, so I'm going to refuel stuff. Then I'm gonna make the antimatter. Then we're gonna get the heck out of here. For reals. All right, I think that's enough refueling. Let's take a look at Mr. Star Map. So I want to check out the green star, but ever since we saw that last Atlas pass, I've been really curious, and I know some of you guys are also curious, to see what lies at the next Atlas pass. And since I have all these hyperdrive upgrades, it's really not that difficult to just go take a look at the next one, which is all the way down here. One jump away, right? Tell me you're one jump away. You are. 248 light years. Okay, there we go. System. Discovered by Hari Chata. Yeah, somebody's been here before. Someone has been to this system before. Discovered by somebody else. Huh. That kind of stinks. How am I supposed to rename everything? Actually, I don't plan to stay here very long. We're just gonna check out the Atlas interface and then go somewhere else to a green star. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. Here we go, Atlas interface number 5, maybe? Oh ho ho! It's back to being a big floating black orb. We're gonna learn a whole bunch of words. So, I wonder what this means. I guess we'll just go find out, talk to it, see if it gives us any... Yeah, I already knew that. See if it gives us any definitive information. Or this might be... Yeah, I already knew that too. This might be the same early version we talked to before. And maybe we're not going to learn anything new. But the previous Atlas thing did lead us to this one. Nexus. Okay. Let's talk to it. Nexus, Hyusha. Were they previously referred to as Nexus? I'm not sure. Beyond, I know one word. I dismiss recall of the days before this. The act of discovery for discovery's sake now seems like a foolish conceit. I don't think so. That's the whole point of the game, isn't it? I have rejected the random and untethered path of the itinerant. No, I haven't, and I am better for it. No, I'm not. With each encounter, like I'm arguing with myself as I read this text. With each encounter, the Atlas speaks to me in clearer terms. Not really. Yeah, basically no to everything in here. I am no longer the nomad, but the seeker. No, I'm still a nomad. The carrier of illumination. Nope, don't got that. It warns me not to stray. I'm gonna do that right after this. To bring it the knowledge it seeks. Not gonna do that. And my voyage is far from over. Maybe I'm gonna quit just to keep it consistent. Milestone done. Okay, we go on. Great. Atlas stone. I got a lot of Atlas stones. That's it, huh? Okay, so let's organize 6 Atlas stones. Yeah, it's time to do some exploration. We're gonna head for a green star as soon as I pick up all of these words on the ground. Gotta catch them all. Okay, our destiny lies in the beyond. Yada, yada, yada. Launch thrusters. I guess we'll fill those up. And let's fill up Mr. Hyperdrive. Good. And let's look at Mr. Star Map. So we're probably going to have a new waypoint to the next fella. Yeah. Okay. So, where is he? Way over there. Okay, but that's okay. We've done enough Atlas interfaces for now. I'm not that concerned. So, let's see what else we got. Path towards waypoint. Free exploration. Path towards galactic core. Okay, so we are currently 179,000. I'm not really worried about heading towards the core just yet, if I ever care about that. This waypoint leads back to Z, which we will return to at some point and rename everything. Yeah, there's Z way off in the distance. Can we, if I click off of this, yeah, then I can no longer see it. I was going to try to free travel towards it. Okay, scan for discoveries. That is not actually tab. I think it's X. Select nearest, I think, is also X. Yeah, discovered by Hari Chata. Is that one name, or did 2 people discover it at the exact same time? I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, okay, we're this guy, right? Is this us? Yeah. So let's look. Let's just go in a direction. That's the core there. I guess we can go kind of vaguely towards it. And we can look at a few stars here and there. What about this one? This is a Class E. 3 planets, 2 moons. Yeah, I don't know. It is not calling my name. What about this guy? You are a G-type. I'm not interested in G-types. We've been to enough of those. Bah humbug. I want either red ones, which are K or M. This is a B-type, but we need warp reactor theta. These are super high energy young stars. I don't have that. I'm storing up the materials for it. It takes 1,000 gold and 1,000 emerald, I think, off the top of my head. All right, lay in a course, Ensign. Warp 9, engage. Okay, we discovered this system. Ukiyashino Ave. Whoa, what's going on here? Am I getting shot at? Battle detect. Oh, it's not. Okay. Other people are fighting. For people who thought that this wasn't actually in the game, yeah, it turns out battles are in the game. They don't have the same number of ships as in the trailer, but there are battles, and those freighters do get attacked from time to time by as many as like maybe 5 or 6 ships at a time. So let's hit escape there. I think this is what we just... Oya Kashino Avna, this one. Just discovered, and discovered by me. That's a cool-looking planet. That's a cool-looking planet. Undiscovered, that's the operative word. Undiscovered. And the star, big and bright and green. At least the light is. All right, let's head for the closest one. Before I land, I gotta go to Mount Thaumium. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Poisonous planet. Of course it is. Acid rain, minimal, abundant, undetected. Okay. Interesting. So these guys are loot pinatas right there. They typically have... the ones I found before have platinum in them. But titanium's good too. Yeah, sure they are. Titanium. Like I didn't just get enough of it. There we go. Okay, a little bit of titanium for your day. Let's save it. Mark it off the map. Maybe scan a few things here or there. This planet's pretty cool. When I find, I would like to 100% one of these worlds. Maybe Zed when we go back to that. I wonder how many jumps it would take to get back to Zed. That's an interesting thought. Maybe we should try that. But I've been trying to look for sort of like the best possible system with all the coolest stuff, with all the coolest terrain. Haven't quite stumbled upon it. Probably going to take a long time to find that kind of convergence of all random factors. A little bit of thought. Look at this thing. Can I scan you? I guess not. Interact unknown. Woo. Albumin pearl. What's that worth? Hi. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Where they at? Oh, we got the doggy. Okay, vital in this situation is to divide and conquer. So I'm going to use the land here as a bit of cover so that they come over one by one. Oh, God. As they come over one by one, I should be able to fight them individually, I hope. That's the idea, at least. Okay, there's him. He's the most dangerous, for sure. But I need to take care of the other ones before their little alert bar fills up. I've never gone beyond 3 stars. Is that everybody? Yeah, that's how you do it. Use the terrain to your advantage, mushroom. Oh, that's what I wanted to look at. Okay, I got distracted. I wanted to see if I had toxic protection. I've got radiation. I don't have the other one. And I was thinking of reworking all of my technologies here now that I'm basically maxed out. I've got one more slot there. Yeah, one more slot, and then we're done. Coolant, toxin suppressor sigma, theta, and tau. Electron vapor and micro-density fabrics. Carbon, tau. These are both tau, but they have different recipes. Huh, wonder what that means. But I don't have what we need. I need a micro-density fabric and some carbon. Well, micro-density fabric we can get, and carbon we can get. All right, there we go. And let's be snappy-pappy. Bam. Okay, that should help a little bit. Anyway, all right, let's get up. Let's go check out one of the other planets. Let's quick fire, do a survey of the system, and then move on. Maybe do another big jump. Whoa. Okay, look at this one. Undiscovered 5 planets, 1 moon, class E8P. Let's try this one. Bam! Space anomaly. System. Herbal Nestla. Okay. So. Whoa, spaceships! Look at that thing. It's a giant graphics card. Let's rename it, because we're the first ones here. There was, what, 5 planets and a moon? So we're going to call it Herbal Nestla, right? We're going to call it Zed's half dozen. Emerald half dozen, because it's a green star. Emerald? Emerald. Half dozen. Bam! Give me them units. 5,000 space bucks. All right, which one we want to land on first? The sky is pink and full of terror. There's the space station. This one looks kind of crazy. Let's land on it. Kind of looks like Giedi Prime. Well, alright. Looks like we've got another land of floating rocks. Let's land here by this building. If it's got one of those scanner guys, that could be useful. Oh, I'm kind of feeling like it's gonna have a bad atmosphere. Weather, radioactive. Yeah, Sentinel's typical. Flora ample, fauna copious. Alright. Pretty good. All right, I think we should, maybe we'll spend a little bit of time in this system, do some like real thorough explorations, maybe look for ships and then upgrade the last ship we find. Look at this little weirdo. Okay, there are green hills. That is reminding me of Oz because of all the emeralds in Oz. So let's rename it. We're just gonna call it not Ox backslash. We're gonna call it Oz. There we go. Planet Oz. And then we can call this a fantabulous flaunter. Fantabulous flaunter. There we go. There we go. And we got a little micro deer slug. Come here. Stand still. Micro deer slug. Okay, we're renaming you. Micro deer slug. There we go. Not to be confused with the macro deer slug, which, if you see one, run. Go, head in the other direction. And I do have, I've got all the different 4 types of protection. I obviously need to, let's see, where's my inventory? Hit the right button. I need to add extra layers because there's 3 ranks for each one. But I got to think about how I want to do my layout. I might not want them specifically ordered like that. I might want them here down at the bottom where I don't have to worry about them. But that's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below. And we'll continue. I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to start making the videos less frequent and maybe do some live streams here and there. Let me know what you think about that. And if you would like to see the live streams ported over to YouTube, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, bye-bye.